Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 3, which I probably should get like a banner that says round 1, round 2, round 3. That's me on the left, and Joe on the right. I'm playing Red-White Approach, and Joe's playing Wars of Tokens, which you saw in the last round, so we're both 2-0, I think. And you can't see, but I played a Stone Quarry turn 1. Looks like I showed him. I made a mistake there. I played almost played Evolving Wilds, but I realized that I might want to kill his Anointer Priest to stop him gaining life this turn. Not that it makes a huge difference, because I'm probably going to kill him via me winning the game, not me killing him. So it looks like I do braid his Anointer Priest. Usually I want to play my Evolving Wilds first because I want to thin my deck of lands. But there, I didn't have a turn 3 play anyway, so I just wanted to save my life total a little bit. And I think I really quickly wrote down that I was on 19 there because I assumed Joe's going to attack for 1. I assume this is not end step. I don't know why. I usually wait till end step to get a land. I assume Joe attacked for 1. Ooh, looks like he missed an attack for 1 there. Yeah, like he's got nothing to fear as well. He should have attacked for 1. But not a huge deal. He's gotten a lot better at that. Looks like I'm trying to find the 5 here. Just going to exile a card. I think I was talking about how I hoped it wasn't approach because that can get out of hand. And yeah, Joe's just loving this. He's playing Anointed Procession, so he's going to play that, of course. Attack with attack Chandra. Now I've got some options here, and by options I mean I have 2 more Chandra in hand, I think, so I probably should just play approach. So I'm going to plus for 2 mana and play approach. So I'm going to gain 7 life. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's the 7th. Yeah, so I actually was at a PPTQ there recently, and you can't put the card face up at competitive. So I don't know, I was getting in the habit of just using the dice in the top of the library to make sure I know where it is, because I don't want to, like, I messed up at the PPTQ. It was 3 cards down, and I was like, I don't know how many cards it is, but I'll play this card even though I'm super far ahead. And I played it, and I put the approach to the bottom, and it cost me the whole game, and big mistake. So I'd never want to make it again, which is why I'm doing this now, even though it's only FNM. And Joe's playing another Anointed Procession, so I am, you know, I'm a little bit worried. Looks like I exiled the top card there with Chandra, and actually, just a note, you can't exile the approach and play it that way, so you got to be real careful with that. And I plussed on one of the Anointed Priests, because if Joe draws a land, he can pump. So how many tokens does he make? He 3, 6, 12. 12 tokens, and he gains 24 life. So I'm definitely, you know, not definitely going to not kill him via life totals, but it's very unlikely I'm going to kill him via life totals. And I'm getting I was really worried here. I mean, look at him, he's just piling them on. Toss it in the pile. 42. The answer to everything is 42, and he used Fatal Push there. I don't know why. Oh, we get an Anointed Priest in the grave, I think. Why did she take 2 damage there? I don't know. Ooh, Sunbird's Invocation. That's a tasty one. And I think I was getting pretty worried here that I wasn't going to win through that first approach. So I was just going to see what my options were. Deal Joe 2 damage. He goes back to Commander life total. And I have Chandra's. I do hesitated here, but I think the play is play Sunbird's Invocation, because if he does, you know, if he plays another Shram's Expertise, I'm just screwed. Even so, 12, 13 creatures, 13 by 2 is 26. So like, even if he gets a land, he can activate Chef at Dunes and attack for 26 damage. So, you know, I should be very worried here. So yeah, I do play the Sunbird's Invocation, which is obviously sad if I'm going to shuffle away an approach at any stage. Looks like I'm hesitating here as well. I was going to tick up, But I decided to make the emblem because he wants to get rid of the Gideon. That's going to save me more life total damage than... yeah, being on 27 is actually, excuse me, pretty huge here. Looks like Joe's got a couple of dead cards in hand, like a Fatal Push, a Fumigate. But he does have the second SRAM's expertise, like I was worried about. Not that it was specifically that card, but, you know, I'd hate for him to have a hidden stockpile. Looks like he's done some calculations here. Let's hope I do the math right on this. So 12 tokens plus that. 4 Chandra, or 2 Chandra, 4 Gideon, and the rest of me. And the Unitary Priest is not attacking, I think. Probably should have attacked with that. I mean, you know, that damage is not nothing. SRAM's expertise. So he makes 3. You could actually see me counting out there with the mouse. 3, 6, 12. And then he gains of 12 life. Yeah, so now I'm really worried because if he draws a land, he is lethal next turn. So I have to play a board wipe, basically, and it can't be like if I have to cascade into a board wipe, and I do luckily enough have 8 lands here, so I can play both my Chandras if I need to, and I'm definitely willing to do that. So I need to hit Sweltering Suns, and I think there's 3 Sweltering Suns in the deck, so 3 minus what's there, like 8, there's like 15, so it's like I have decent odds, and of course, me being the luck box that I am, I hit it on the first Chandra, so I don't even have to waste the second Chandra. So it's incredibly lucky by me there. Because if it was a Fumigate, I wouldn't have been able to cast it because it's too much mana. Paranoid check if it's still recording. And now I'm kind of like very far ahead, especially if he doesn't play anything next turn. So I probably should plus the Chandra and just exile a card. Sunbird's Invocation, would have liked that to be on the field, but you know, what can you do? Or I'd like to be able to play it anyway. I'm just glad to have hit the Sweltering Suns. And Joe just drew another dead card there, so it's going to be pretty tough for him. Oh, he has Anointed Priest, okay. So he gets 1, 2, 4 Anointed Priest, so he gains 16 life. Clickety click, 66. Looks like we're playing bingo with Joe here. But, you know, it's not no joke. I mean, he's just one hidden stockpile away from really ranching me here. Looks like he hit a land there. Obviously not going to play the Chandra because she's, if he draws a land, of course he can get her with Chef at Dunes. Oh, so he has 5 Anointed Priests in play. So he makes 2, 4, 8 tokens, 8 by 5 is 40. So he's actually on 104. I think I messed up the life totals here. Because I think I... Oh no, he has 4 tokens. So yeah, 96 cents about right. Casual 96. And 8 tokens. So again, I'm really under the... I need to get the board wipe again, basically. Not as essential now, especially since I'm getting rid of his Chef at Dunes, which is consideration by me. So now he has to kind of literally top deck a Chef at Dunes. There's only 3 of those in his deck. Or a Thopter Engineer, which there's 4 of those in his deck. So he actually has 7 top decks to win next turn. So looks like I'm really going to try and find a board wipe here. Or a Gideon. Would a Gideon help me? 816. Yeah, I think a Gideon would help me because I would plus on one of the tokens. He'd be forced to kill it because of the emblem, which would soak up almost 6 damage. So I think it would actually help me. Looks like I drew in a Braid there. Ooh, Settler Wreckage. That's what card I wanted to draw to get rid of all those tokens, and he would get some basic lands. So I'm getting some damage here. I think I make a mistake here, potentially. Because what a lot of people like to do with Planeswalkers is they'll go, okay, she's on 3 loyalty, I'll attack 3 of these tokens at her and the rest at you. And, you know, if he does that, I really should abrade. Like, you know, if he goes combat now, well, he obviously drew, you know, Thopter Trinketeer, which is for the win. And yeah, that's actually a mistake again, right? Because I should have let him attack all me. Now he plays with perfect information, and he knows to just like attack Chandra. Whereas this, he would have attacked all at me for the lethal probably, and then I would have abraded it 4 damage and then taken way less and still been alive. But now he's just going to play perfectly and attack Chandra, and yeah, so a mistake on my part there. And of course, it doesn't matter because I'm a luck box, and I just top deck a Fumigate like a pro, and I gain quite a bit of life. And there's an approach that's sadly going to go to the bottom, and there's 2 approaches that are going to be bottom, so this could be a long game if I want to win with approach. Maybe I can win with a Gideon. Who knows? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, really bad play by me with the abrade there. Looks like I missed the cast trigger from Sunbird's Invocation. I'm going to try and do it now, which is, I think, going to throw off Joe. Because I think he asked me, did you get that Chandra from your Cascade off Fumigate? And it was actually in my hand, which I was worried that I was cheating at the time, because we go, like, you can see me, we're going back and forth here. I'm like, okay, what did I do? What did you do? But I actually just drew the Fumigate off the top, played it, cascaded into nothing, and then I played Chandra, and I just missed the thing, which is why we're a little bit confused. But it's FNM, so you know we're loose. But I actually didn't notice that I missed the trigger. I think I was just like, oh, I forgot to do the trigger, even though I've already plussed her, which is actually definitely wrong, because that's affected the trigger already, because I should play it, look at the top 4, then resolve Chandra. So I don't know if cast out was like the 4th card down, but if it was, it did make a difference that I played her, because then I was 1 card deeper in my deck. But obviously it's random, so you know it just made a difference anyway, because I shouldn't have. I just missed the trigger basically. But Joe Rasmussen tempts it, which is nice. Goes to a solid 96. Look at these top decks. Just now I've gotten rid of his engine. And I'm definitely going to take a treasure map here. That's what that checklisted card is. You'll see the bottom is in blue highlighted. Yeah, so. Yeah, Joe should have called me on that miss trigger, but I didn't even notice that I missed it, so. Looks like, I don't know why. Yeah, I showed him that by accident, but it's just a scry. I was used to playing with Chandra, where you have to reveal. And you'll see me potentially cheat here. And by potentially, I mean definitely. It's not intentional, though. I didn't know. So you see me tap the treasure map. This flips. I'm going to leave the treasure map on top because I want more card draw. And for some reason, I think this comes into play untapped, because it reminded me of the Planeswalkers where, you know, you could attack with a Nissa, then play your 7th land post combat, and then it would flip, and you know, you'd be able to use your Planeswalker straight away. But these are the lands, so they actually come into play tapped, and like it makes a slight difference because I get to, you know, draw that treasure map. Well, not really, but you know, it would make a difference sometimes, and I'm never gonna do it again. But it's a small thing. But I was playing on Magic Online, and it flipped, and it was still tapped. And I was like, oh, I've been cheating the whole time, and like no one has. Even at the PPTQ I was doing it, it was just coming untapped, and I would use it, and no one would say anything. So I guess it's a card that not many people use, so they don't really know how it works. I mean, I didn't know how it worked either, so it was definitely accidental on my part, though. I think I scry. Ooh, Gideon to the top. It's a nice one. And I guess that's a win con, so I probably should top it. Play the Gideon. Ugh, approach. You know what? Like I know what it is because I'm in the game, but like you see the approach, it's unfortunate. So here I should probably, yeah, Exxon's binding that. It seems pretty good. 2 more Gideons. No need for them. Already have a lot of Gideons. So I should pass the turn and end step Scry. And I think there's the treasures are off screen there. They're in the top up there. Yeah, over there. So, you know, probably should sacrifice some of those end step. And I'm scrying first, which I like, before I sacrifice the draw. Yeah, I want to draw that end step. And there's approach. And that was the second one. And Joe shows me the dead cards, which were, you know, pretty dead, even though those Fatal Push do look amazing. And I drew W in the box there because I didn't know what else to say. I'm not going to put Joe's life total at 0 because he earned that 96 or whatever it actually was. I think I got that wrong. I think he was over 100, which is pretty funny. Like any other deck, and they can't win, or they can, but very slowly. Looks like a couple of mulligans here. It looks like I have a hand of Stone Quarry, Inspiring Vantage, Cast Out that I can cycle, possibly a board wipe as well. Seems like a pretty good hand. Alright, Joe's off to the races. Plays a Servo Exhibition, 2/1/1s. Takes me down to 18. What have I got here? Oh, no plays. Yeah, it looks like no plays. I think I have a Fumigate in hand, though. Joe plays the trouble card here. Yeah, so I have Cast Out and Ixalan's Binding, but I want Ixalan's Binding this so he can't play anymore, which is really nice. So he's got the Angel of Invention here. I'm not sure which I'd do. I guess I would versus my deck put the counters on it, because if I have a Fumigate, I'm just going to gain more life that way. Although this is more power, so I guess so. Sweltering Suns would have got it either way. That's just unfortunate. That's a pretty sweet draw for Joe there. He's got Angel of Sanctions, which is going to get rid of my Cast Out. I mean, my Ixalan's Binding. I'm getting his thing back. But luckily for me, I have Cast Out in hand. So I'm just going to cast it out. You know, I could have abraded it, but then he could just embalm it, so there's not much point. Oh, I have I drew an Ixalan's Binding, so yeah, you can't even play anymore, making the play even safer. Looks like I have a Chandra, a Cast Out, and an Abrade. Yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah, I like the cycle. What a top deck. I'm such a luck box. Because if I played the Chandra, he could just boost his guys with Chefet Dunes and, you know, get me. Reason I played the Fumigate there is 1 card left in hand, and I want to clear the way for my Chandra, so to be safe to play. But Joe has other things for me. He's going to thin his stack a little bit, and then he's going to play Scram's Expertise and have 3 more 1/1s, refilling his field nicely. Have to paranoid look it over at the other monitor, see if it's still recording. And I think that's from Borderlands. It's like the little droid that helps you out, maybe. It's pretty sweet. Drew a land there, that's nice. Just gonna probably play excuse me, probably play Approach is the safest play. Gain 7 life. put the clock on to win by playing it again, since Joe has no way to stop it unless he has a Gideon's intervention that he didn't tell me about. I know some other people were playing Gideon's intervention. We might see that next round. Who knows? Planes off the top. Alright, I think Joe makes a mistake here. In theory, it's a good play. Use your Chef at Dunes to get in for more damage. Put me on the clock, which, you know, is a good idea, but he should really get rid of the Ifnir Dreadlands because they're a dead card versus me. And I told him afterwards, and, you know, he took it on board anyway, so hopefully be he doing that next week, and he'll be crushing me. And here I probably should cycle the cast out. Especially since I'm not worried about his creatures because he got rid of the Chef at Dunes. Like, those two Ifnir Dreadlands represent, you know, 6 more damage. And yeah, here I'm just cooking with sauce. Probably play the Gideon, plus on one of the tokens, and then abrade one of the tokens that attacks Gideon. And I think I chose the cool token just for easiness sake. I can't see what that is. I can't see what he drew there. Looks like I'm shuffling those cards like a madman. You know, when I see it on camera, I'm like, God damn it, what are you doing? And I think I assumed he was attacking Gideon, but you know, he sees the 5 on the top of my deck. He's probably just gonna attack all me, so I'm not really worried about it. So I just let it through. If he plays anything like Angel Inventions, I want to keep the abrade for that. Wow, Torment of Hailfire. And I'm pretty sure I got the life totals wrong here. Because... So he did it for X's 5, right? 2 and then 5. Joe was explaining to me that was one of his sideboard cards. It's really good versus control. That, you know, isn't blue as well, obviously, because then they could counter it. But I think it's a pretty sweet card. It's very fun. I played a deck where I played Spell Swindle with it. It was like an Esper control deck, so there's 1 time, there's 2 times, and I want to keep my Gideon alive, so I think I take 9 damage here, but I remember that I was on 5 life here, so this was actually pretty big play by Joe, which also shows you how important, I mean, I'm like a pro, I draw approach and don't need to worry about it, and Joe claps, and I think I said I'm so talented, so that's why Joe was laughing there. But yeah, that was a pretty good game to watch, and thanks for watching, guys. And the next round is really good, so definitely stick around for that.